wrist hurts. Morning. Good morning. I know it's early, but I got to get on the road. My glasses are all crooked. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Good morning. Good morning. No snow. I got to drive to Atlanta. No snow. It's cold as shit. There's no snow. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Coffee Talk. It is Wednesday, and let me see if I can turn down that. Turn down for what? Turn down that freaking light. Anyway, it is cold as balls in Birmingham. But I have to go to Atlanta today, so I am going to get on the road. I slept actually really well last night. I was watching The West Wing and then I passed out. It was glorious. So I want to talk to you about Empire actor Jussie Smollett. Some of you may not be familiar with Jussie Smollett, but you know what? You really don't have to be to understand this Coffee Talk. Okay? I want you to do me a favor. Can you do me one favor? If you can do me a favor, push a heart. Push a heart if you will do me one favor. Hi, Father Castor. Please push hearts if you can do me one favor. Okay. So I see hearts, so I'm really going to trust you guys. What I'm asking you to do right now is I'm asking you to let your guard down. I'm asking you to take everything you know just for 5 minutes about your gender, your sexuality, your race, everything you've been taught, everything that's been ingrained in you, every defense mechanism that you've picked up, everything. I'm asking you to set it down for 5 minutes. You can pick it back up. Don't worry. You can pick it right back up in 5 minutes. I'm not asking you to set it down forever. Actor Jussie Smollett is an African-American homosexual actor. He's a man, he's African-American, and he's gay. Greg, I need you to go fuck yourself. Like, that's what I need you to do, okay? Excuse me, Father Castor. I'm sorry I said the F word when my priest is on the thing. So I take that back, Father Castor. Okay. A few days ago, Jussie received a letter saying that he was using horrific language and that he was going to be attacked or beat up or killed or whatever. Okay? And, you know, a lot of times as public figures, people receive letters, they receive Twitter threats, they receive Facebook threats. We can't take every threat seriously, right? At 2 o'clock in the morning, yesterday morning, so not this morning, 2 o'clock the morning before, Jussie Smollett was walking near his home, in a neighborhood near his home in California. And he was attacked by a group of men who called him horrific names, the N-word, the F-word. They beat him up. They beat his face. They fractured his ribs. They poured bleach on him. They poured bleach on him. Oh, it was in Chicago? Okay, forgive me. It was in Chicago. Y'all were right. It was in Chicago. I'm sorry. They poured bleach on him and then they put a rope around his neck. Let me say this. It was in Chicago. Okay, I got it. It was in Chicago. Let me say this to you. You cannot be a child of God and turn your eye to injustice against your brother like this. It doesn't matter if you're white. It doesn't matter if you're straight. It doesn't matter if you don't watch Empire. It doesn't matter if you hate television or you don't listen to R&B music. It doesn't matter what your race is, what your gender is, what your sexuality is. You cannot be a child of God, okay, and turn an eye to this. I tell you all the time that your test from God is your test. It doesn't matter if Rebecca next to you or Jerome to the right of you does anything to do anything to help anyone. The test is yours solely. Who are you and what do you stand for? Now, I'm not going to preach at you because I'm not a preacher, but you want to know, what can you do? Jamie, in my small world, what can I do? I don't know Jussie Smollett. I'll tell you what. It is enough for you to let the people in your life know that you don't stand for this. It is truly enough to let people know in your life you won't stand for this. So we get on Facebook, you get on Instagram, you get on Twitter, you get on blah, 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 whatever it is, right? And you say things like, I hate spinach. I can't stand this show. My mother-in-law is blah, blah, blah. My shoes don't fit. You complain about everything else. We all do. This is your chance to say, I absolutely abhor what happened to Jussie Smollett. I do not stand for hatred against anybody for any reason, under any circumstances. I'm not for racism. I'm not for homophobia. I'm not for anti-Semitism. Like, if you're down with that, you're not down with me. If you think it doesn't make it, and then end it with, I choose love. I choose love. If you want to know what you can do in your small, because I get it. Like, I get it. People, they feel helpless. Like, these things are happening in Chicago. They're happening in West Hollywood. They're happening in New York. They're happening so far from where I live, right? An injustice against any of us is an injustice against all of us. That is just a fact. And everybody, listen, I am begging you, don't take the bait. If you see a comment that is trying to rile you up, don't take the bait. I took it once and I cursed at that guy, but don't take the bait. I am going to tell you now, in my life, in my world, how I roll, who I hang out with, how I'm raising my children, who I've dated, who my best friends are. I don't rock with racism in any capacity. I don't rock with homophobia in any capacity. I don't rock with anti-Semitism, not because I was raised Jewish, but because it's bullshit. I don't rock with racism. Not because most of my friends are of different color. Not because I only dated black guys and Dominican guys before Michael. Like, not because of any of that, but because it's bullshit. I don't rock with homophobia, not because I've dated women, not because I went through a huge part of my life where I was more attracted to women than I was to men, because it's bullshit. Let God sort it out. Whatever your mind tells you, like, oh, but you got to check them because they're gay, and God said, nah, you don't have to do shit. God's got it. He doesn't need you to do his job. He's the only judge. He said it from the door. He said it in the Bible. I don't know what chapters. I don't know what verses. But I know that God said very clearly, I am the judge. You don't have to worry. Listen, Audrey, honey, you're adorable, okay? You're adorable, and I get it. White apologists, I love it. Okay. I'm going to chalk it up to you right now just feeling really separated from God. That's what I'm going to chalk it up to right now. I'm not going to block you, and I'm not going to say anything to you nasty. I'm just going to chalk it up to right now, you are just separated from God. And you don't have to believe in God to be a decent human being. Absolutely, Brie. Let me take that back. You can be a good person and not believe in God. You can treat people with kindness and choose love and not believe in God. Absolutely. I happen to believe in God, and that's the way I lead my life, but I didn't always believe in God, and I wasn't a bigot, and I wasn't a racist, and I wasn't an anti-Semite, and I wasn't a homophobe. I was just Jamie, who didn't believe in God, but I didn't do any of those other things. And the truth is, this conversation is not to stop you from beating up a black person or beating up a gay person. I'm not worried about y'all doing that. I'm really not. My Lord. Lisa, if you feel that it's difficult for you to believe this, okay, love. I saw the report. I saw the statement from them. I saw it. Jussie Smollett is at the height of his career. He has zero reason to lie. He's mixed race. He's got a cush life. There's nothing about this brother that says, I'm going to get up today and make up a lie about being beat up. It's but okay. I could do a whole other coffee talk on white apologists. Oy, 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 I'm getting a migraine. But by the way, how many women are raped and other women go, where's the evidence? Did you save the dress? I don't know. What were you doing there? There's no evidence. I don't know. Gee, thanks, sister. Thanks for the solidarity. The fact is, it goes on every single day. The fact is, it goes on every single day. People are singled out for their weight, for their race, for their sexual preference, for their religion, every single day. Whether it's Jussie, whether it's me, whether it's you, I don't know about y'all, but I'm raising 3 kids in this environment, and it terrifies me. It terrifies me. And it is whether you believe it happened to Jussie or not. Let's say you don't. Then take this coffee talk for exactly what it's worth. If you don't stand for hate, if you don't stand for racism, if you don't stand for bigotry, if you don't stand for anti-Semitism, if you don't stand for homophobia, If you don't stand for those things, let people in your life know that you don't stand for those things. Make it crystal clear that you don't stand for those things. That's all I'm saying. I don't stand for fat shaming. I don't stand for financial disparity. If you want to make fun of someone because they're poor or they can't afford the same clothes as you, don't stand next to me. Okay? Don't stand next to me if you don't like black people. Don't stand next to me if you don't like Dominicans or Puerto Ricans or Cubans or Mexicans. Because let me tell you something. Okay? I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, when we go to heaven, if we're lucky enough to go there, you think we take this bullshit body with us? Do you really think we take this bullshit body with us? You think you go to the kingdom of God and you meet Jesus and you're like, hey, look at me, I'm a size 6, bruh. I'm a size 6. Let me get closer to God than Chub Rock in the back. Hey, I'm white. I'm Christian. I'm straight. What do you think happens? You think you get to heaven and they start cattle calling like they did in the Holocaust? Jews to the right, Christians to the left, whites in the front, blacks in the back. Are you kidding me, people? Are you kidding me? As a matter of fact, if you don't like black people, if you got a problem with gays, if you don't like Jews, come sit next to me. Fuck the don't stand next to me. Come sit right next to me and rock with me for a day. Rock with me for a couple of days. Because I bet I'll change your mind. I bet I'll change your mind. Come hang out with me for a few days. Just be with me. Feel the way that I love other people. See what that feels like. To love people for who they are. To accept people for who they are. Real talk. Come rock with me. I would love it. We may have a rough, start. The first day might be a little tough. But I feel like by day 2, day 3, you'll be dancing bachata, listening to classic hip hop music. You'll be telling Bible stories the way I tell them. You'll love Taylor. You'll love me. You'll get it. Come rock with me. Right now, only you knew. Oh, Connie, you gotta look, sis. Let me tell you something. I can handle almost anything but denial. If you can't at least acknowledge that these types of things are happening in this country, I can't handle. Maybe I'll lose 20,000 followers today. I don't know. But I'm not saying you have to participate in other people's lifestyles. You don't. You don't have to participate in other people. You don't have to date outside your race. You don't have to date the same sex. You don't have to go to temple. You don't have to speak Hebrew or some shit. But if you can't at least acknowledge that these things are happening to people around in this country, a country that we are responsible for ultimately, we are responsible for each other. I read a script. Somebody wrote me a script about, they didn't write it for me. They wrote their own story about a man who was in the KKK years ago and now was out of it and trying to change his life, but it was really hard. And his son was in an accident. Thank you, Martina. That was very sweet of you. Was in an accident. And the only person and this took place in like the 50s or the 60s. The only person in the hospital that had the same blood type as him was the black janitor. And to save his life, they gave the blood from the black janitor to this young white boy. And the father was so angry he couldn't live with it. He couldn't take it. And I cried as I was reading this script, because the truth is that we want to believe that it was in the 50s. We want to believe that people have changed, and many of us have, but so many of us have not. Do you know how many people tell Jewish jokes in front of me because they don't know that I was raised Jewish? They don't know that my father was Jewish. They don't know that my brother is Jewish. They don't know that my sister is Jewish. My cousins, my grandparents. How many people have said horrible things about Jews in front of me? Yo, that shit is never going to fly with me. Never. They don't make a gay joke around me. Don't make a black joke. Don't make a Spanish joke, a Mexican joke, if you can't be funny without humiliating someone else, don't make a fat joke around me. Don't make a poor joke around me. I'm just telling you now, like, I can't handle it. I have a girlfriend who's 300 plus pounds, and somebody made a joke about her needing sex, like charity sex. Yo, when I tell you I dug in this man's ass, are y'all trying to really break my heart out here? Because that's what's going to happen. I'm just going to walk around with a completely broken heart. But let me tell you the beautiful thing. There is so much love in this world. There's so much love. And let me tell you this, okay? Let me tell you this. Anybody who is, I don't get political here, and I never, ever will. But if you allow one man or woman to influence your behavior, you're not a good American. You're a fucking sheep. You're a bitch ass sheep. If you let one man or woman, no matter what position they sit in, all of a sudden you feel empowered to act a certain way because some man or woman you ain't never going to meet in your entire fucking life acts a certain way and you think that's okay. Get out of here. If you're not following Jesus, don't, just shut up. Just get all the way out of my ear. Talk about this one allows this one and this one allows this one. Stop. You never heard of free will? This one had 1 million affairs. This one had 1 million affairs. This one had 1 million affairs. You out there having affairs? Are you out there having affairs? Because they made that okay too. Just checking. And not just this one, but another one, and JFK, and this one, and Nixon did this. So, and believe me, I don't make anything political. I'm just saying, let's not act like one man or woman that you don't know, that you never going to meet in your entire life, suddenly triggered something in you. If you was that, you was already that. If you was that, you was already that. And that's a fact. Just like meeting the Pope ain't going to suddenly make you a devout Christian. Anyway, I love you guys. And the reason that I got on here to talk about this morning is that it's important to remember that we can make a difference. We can love people. We can smile at people. We can hold the door for people. We can shake hands with people. We can hug people when they need it. We can, We can make a difference. I know that you don't know how to do it, but you could share this video and get other people to listen. I have an open mind. Listen, you don't have to follow Jesus, Mary. I was raised Jewish. I'm telling you that. I'm telling you, you don't have to believe in God or follow Jesus to be a good person. I don't care who you follow. Smile at people today. Hold doors for people. Speak to somebody that you wouldn't necessarily speak to. Let people today know that you're here for them. Check on your gay friends. Check on your minority friends. Check on your whatever friends. Just check on people. Love people. Be good to each other. And if you're watching this coffee talk challenging me, but Jamie, what if this? But Jamie, what if that? Just stop. Just stop. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. Just be good. I don't care what you did to her. Just be good to me. And to him, and to her, and to him, and to her, and to him, and to her, and to him, and to her. Okay. I love you all so much today. This is why I do this. Give random compliments out today. Smile at everybody. Just love on people today. Just a little bit more. Okay? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm suggesting. The hearts. I appreciate the hearts. And that's it. That's it. That's all I ask. Just be a good person. Just be a good person. No matter what. Okay? And I love you. And I know some of you are mad right now that I broached this subject. And maybe it's because you needed to hear it the most. I love you. And oh, the death of James Ingram. Wait, we lost 2 grades. We lost James Ingram just once. Can we figure out what we keep doing wrong? Why we never last for very long? Oh, James Ingram. I love James Ingram. And we lost Joscar Sarante. For those of you who listen to bachata music, El Rey de Bachata. No te detengas. Sigue tu vida. Buscan tu suerte otra ilusión. Sí. Oh my gosh, everyone is texting me. Everybody stop texting me. James Ingram is one of the greatest singers. It was amazing. Joscar Sarante was an amazing bachata singer. If you don't know bachata, you should look him up. Joscar Sarante. What was the other song by James Ingram that I love? Well, you know he sung with Michael McDonald. You know I love some Michael McDonald. He sung was it Yamo Be There? Yamo Be There. Yamo Be There. Woo! I love that song. And he also sung what's the song that I posted on my Instagram? You know, the duet with Homegirl that I loved. James Ingram. Anyway, I love James Ingram. I love Joscar Sarante. I challenge you, if you don't listen to bachata, to check out Joscar Sarante. Joscar is spelled with a Y, because the Y in Spanish is pronounced like a J, so it's Y-O-S-K-A-R. Joscar Sarante. Oh, come to me. Yes. Baby, come to me. Let me put my arms around you. This was meant to be. And I'm oh so glad I found you each and every day. Oh, that's my shit. Okay? Okay. Anyway, all right. I got to dip. Dip, baby, dip. I love you guys so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Have a great, great day.